And on the mound for San Francisco, 6'4" right-handed junior from Mountain View, California, St. Francis High School, Riley Ornido. One of the best right-handed juniors anywhere on the West Coast. An outstanding splitter and a wipeout slider.
Riley's a special guy. It's cool watching him because he's one of the most competitive people on that field.
We just feel confident going into it. We trust him that he's going to attack the zone, that he's going to challenge guys every at-bat.
Being in center field, I have the best view of the pitches he makes, and those things are moving all over the place. And when I see that, I'm like, yeah, these guys have no shot.
It's funny because I go off to summer ball. All the guys that I play with, the first thing they want to know about USF is they want to hear about Riley Ornido. They want to know where he came from, what changed, and what he does that makes him so good.
Swing and a miss. How about that?
Early, they sort of noticed that I had a talent for baseball. We tried it out. I played in Little League and I started doing really, really well. My dad, he was a huge influence on my baseball career. He'd always play catch with me, pretty much taught me a lot of the basics and rudimentary things.
He's a very focused person. So, around the baseball field, around the players, around the coaches, you're really getting a person that's just, he's in focus mode.
I played for Junior Cardinal, which is Stanford's junior dons, where they're really young. And the coach there told us I should go to St. Francis because it was a really good baseball school.
We're actually from Morgan Hill, small town in the Silicon Valley. When he got accepted, the first thing I told him was, do you understand what this commitment is? We were about an hour away from this high school. You're gonna be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You're gonna be taking that train, and I'm not gonna help you much. I want you to get the experience that this is your decision, and to do this over and over for 4 years. I think Riley grew up a lot in high school. I've always looked at the USF program. I always thought that was a very solid program. They've had a lot of success with developing athletes.
We had him in camp. He was kind of a thin kid and was throwing 85, could touch 90 miles an hour once in a while, and we thought, well, sure, let's give him an opportunity. But the chances of making it as a walk-on, not very good. You have these scholarship players, you have this team in mind, you have all these kids that you want to play, and then you complement them with a few kids that you think could build depth and have a good attitude.
When I was a walk-on, I always felt like, all right, every outing has to be perfect or else I can be done.
I encouraged them, there's a method to this. If you stick it out, at some point you're gonna put it all together. You're gonna see something special.
His freshman year, he has a few successes. We could see that the fastball's around 90 to 92 at times, and the breaking ball's plenty good enough if he could steady himself.
Let's really work on just moving the fastball side to side.
Coach Heisman really helped me hone in my mental side of the game, how to think and how to hold myself accountable.
Once he started to get his work habits to where he was in charge of that, he got himself stronger.
So now that all that explosiveness that was in there, he could control and sustain.
They taught me how to do a lot of the exercises that I never would have even thought about doing, which definitely helped me in terms of the physical side of baseball, in terms of throwing harder, having the stamina to go deep into games. Really, really huge in my development. In my mind, I always had this vision that I just need to keep working hard, and eventually it'll pay off.
Sophomore season starts. We don't have a good start from one of our lefties in week 1, and we say, hey, let's give Riley an opportunity.
He starts the year, I think it was 14 2/3 without giving up a hit.
First 8 starts, ERA under 1, strikeouts way above walks.
The winning pitcher is Riley Ornido. His record moves to 8-1.
Becomes the best starter we've had in quite some time.
Watching him go from someone who you wouldn't expect to be a starter to all of a sudden being lights out. Now he went from Saturday starter to now our Friday guy, which is big shoes to fill, being the guys that we've had over the past years.
Now that I have that role, I need to be 10 times sharper, 10 times more competitive. And honestly, I really thrive under that sort of spotlight, I guess, just because I do want to be a leader for this team.
It's a treat for me to catch him every time because no matter where I set up, I know he's going to hit my spot. and he's going to do whatever he can to will us to win.
Swing and a miss. Ornido strikes out the side.
When you see one of your walk-on athletes pitching on Fridays and winning these games, I mean, less than a 1% chance that you could go from being a non-recruited, non-scholarship Division I athlete to having a chance to be a first-round selection in the Major League Draft, and now he's got a big-time scholarship.
You can call it proud, you can call it stupidity on my part for not seeing how dominant he really could be. I mean, we knew he could be good, but it was just like, wow. I mean, it was special.
Getting to this point, I haven't done it by myself. It's my coaches, my teammates, my friends, my family. Everyone's really helped me get to where I am now, and I can't be more thankful.
Boy, Ornido looks sharp, going right after hitters.
I want him to just continue what he's doing, continue to grind, continue to get better. And I hope everything that he's learned from these coaches, the game, if he could take that into the real world, that's all I want for him. I think he's going to be great.